I'm going to review Rogue One, a Star Wars story. Before we get started with the review, I must say that there'll be spoilers in this review. This was the first spin-off Star Wars film that they made in 2016. The interesting thing is it's a prequel just a few days before Star Wars A New Hope. So the film's got all the costumes, the technology, the planes, the starships, everything, even the haircuts. The 1977 look of the film is Star Wars A New Hope. You could watch this film and then watch Star Wars A New Hope straight afterwards. And that'd be an interesting experiment, actually. The film was directed by Gareth and runs 133 minutes. It's one of the most expensive films ever made. It cost 200 million to 265 million to make, but it was a massive success. It made over $1 billion at the box office. It stars Felicity as Jiang. It's interesting, this film, because there's no open and crawl like all other Star Wars films have the words across the screen going forwards. This one doesn't. It also doesn't have any of them swipes. Them wipes that you see in the Star Wars films where they go up, down or across. Sort of like traditional, but this film doesn't have it. It's trying to be a bit different with it being a kind of spin-off film. It's the 4th highest grossing Star Wars film, and it's the 36th highest grossing film of all time. It got 2 Oscar nominations for Best Sound Mixing and Best Visual Effects, but it didn't win them, but at least it got nominated. The plot's about stealing the plans of the Death Star to find out where the fault is. The film looks absolutely stunning. There's some beautiful effects. The cast's all great too, especially Felicity Jones. She's excellent as the lead character. She gives a great performance. There's some terrific dramatic moments when her father dies. That's a really good performance when she sees him die in front of her. The cast's all great. I especially like the robot, Erso. It's so funny. It's sort of like it has a kind of female personality, but it's like bitchy and sarcastic. It's excellent. It has all the best lines actually in the film. He was a funny bugger, that robot. Made me laugh me bloody bollocks off. Character of Krennic's really evil. He's one of the best villains, I think. Although Darth Vader's in the film, Krennic's the real major villain. Hey, that fella was a right bloody twat. He needed a bloody blaster right up his bloody arsehole. It's great to see Darth Vader in the film, even though he's only in sort of like a couple of major scenes in the film. The final bit of Vader, in his second scene, he doesn't have kick ass. There's these rebels in this kind of airlock part, and Vader's in a hell of a mean mood, and he gets his lightsaber out and slashes them to hell. You see someone get cut in half and everything. Really good. And there's a fella screaming at the door wanting to get let out. It's brilliant, that. It's weird there's a CGI Peter Cushing as Grand Moff Tarkin. And he looks pretty good, but somehow, even though it's really well done, because you know it's really CGI, like some of the facial parts of that actor, it's CGI Peter Cushing, instinctively kind of come out of the film a bit. I do anyway. Although it's impressive and everything, doesn't really work for me, that part. There's also a CGI Princess Leia right at the end. That was good. That took us by surprise when I first watched the film. It's also interesting that you don't hear the proper Star Wars theme of the film until after you see Princess Leia. The end credits, that's when you hear the proper Star Wars theme. That was excellent, that. It's nice to see C-3PO and R2-D2 have a little cameo as well. They seem to be in every single film now. What I like about the film's the downbeat ending. There's a really sad scene when the two main characters say this, the Death Star's hit the planet with a beam and it's destroying the planet that they're on, and they can see the explosion coming closer and closer to them, and they give each other a hug before they get kind of evaporated. It's really clever and sad part of the film. That it's good that they did a downbeat ending though, because the majority of the Star Wars films have happy upbeat endings. Well, this kind of made the characters more heroic because they all die. Amazing that. Every one of them die. It reminds me a lot of a TV show called Blake 7, where the cast of that all die at the end. And the same thing happens here. It makes the characters more heroic, that they accomplished the mission but that die because of it. And it makes the film a bit more realistic as well, because they're fighting great odds. It seems a bit weird that nobody tends to die in these action type films, but in this one they do. The final act has an epic space battle. It's probably one of the best space battles, and that's saying quite a lot because the Star Wars films always have great battle sequences, but this is actually one of the best. I like the film because it's kind of like a war movie as well, and the Death Star symbolises nuclear war. There's all these planets getting destroyed, and that's what would happen if there was a nuclear war. Like, no one would win, they'd just destroy the planet. So really good. So overall I thought this film was amazing. It's probably one of the best looking films ever made. Should be for the amount of money spent on it, but it really does look really good, this one. I'd class it as my fourth favourite Star Wars film. There's only sort of like the classic 3 films that I'd put above it: Star Wars, Empire Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi. But this is easily the best new film that's been made of the Star Wars franchise. It knocks patches off the prequels and the new ones as well. So it has a gripping ending, everything about it looks great. So overall, it's a bit obvious what I'm going to give this one. 10! 10 out of 10. You do think Bones, you do like it. Top bloody marks, Phil. Better than that bloody Rise of Skywalker shite. Okay, everybody, bye, and subscribe and like my video. Bye. Bye.